All your pets will be there. They'll be waiting to greet you, eating your food at your table. Your family members will all have gifts for you. For every year you've been apart, they will get a gift that represents that year and put it in your mansion. After your welcome home party in the throne room, which could last for quite a while, your family will come get you and take you to your own mansion. Then they'll have another celebration. Everybody laughs and filled with joy to see all the ones they loved before. Little tiny babies they never got to raise. They get their children given to them to raise.
So Kat, those of you who don't know, the Lord's been taking her to heaven for several years and showing her things and bringing her back and allowing her to share with us. So let's just welcome Kat Kerr.
I know why Jesus loved him so much. I know why he wanted to be with him. I know why he went away to the mountain to spend time with him. I know how hard it was for him to leave home and come here. Okay, he was not poor. He didn't live poor. Say, Jesus was not poor. He became poor when he left heaven, because heaven is certainly not poor. There's nothing poor up there. Nothing. Splendor and wonder and beauty. You couldn't afford to build the house that your mansion that your mother lives in. You wouldn't even have the right substances to make it. The walls sing. Literally, they sing. They leave, go on tours, come back, they sing hello to them. The trees uproot themselves and they come and sit in your house and be your friend for a while. They go back to the friendly forest. Is this okay? It's not going to be normal. No, you can't be normal if you've been going to heaven for 20 years. You'd be normal to heaven. They tell funny stories a lot. Bob Jones hasn't stopped. Most people, when they go there, no matter how they were here, they're all happy. They love jokes. They love to tell funny stories, hear funny stories. They love it. They make plans for people before they come. They knew Paul was coming. They all knew Paul was coming. There's a place you go in heaven where you find that out. And you go in this beautiful, amazing building. And these supernatural monitors, much better than ours, but these are good. And you can see who's coming home, who's about to come home to heaven. Everybody starts getting things ready. They're so excited. They're beside themselves. They want to make sure they're all there. Say all. To meet you at the gate. They have a huge celebration. They plan one themselves. Heaven plans one. The throne room plans one. People have celebrations in the street over someone coming home. Say home. It's because that's where you came from. We were loaned to the earth for a while. When you go home, you are really home. And you're not dead. They don't throw parties for people who aren't alive. They have huge celebrations, lots of music, lots of food. Everyone meeting one another, visiting. Jesus welcomes you. If he isn't taking you himself, sometimes he does take people. He comes in his own chariot, flaming horses, picks you up, and takes you up to heaven. Then when you get out, you see the sea, the mass of people waiting to greet you. And then Jesus walks you up the steps of the throne to give you back to the Father. And then the Father reaches out of that glory that moves in and out of him, the living colors of the bow coming in and out. And his eyes, flames of fire, passion for you. He's just glowing. And he reaches his arms out and grabs you. He says, welcome home, my son. Or welcome home, my daughter. You go home as his children. Say, we are his offspring. Everyone gets their own mansion. You don't have to share it with your brother or sister. I'll have my own one day. It's made exactly the way you would love it. But it's made with his presence in the walls and the floors, and it's not going to be a normal shape. Trust me, it's not. All your pets will be there. They'll be waiting to greet you, eating your food at your table. Your family members will all have gifts for you. For every year you've been apart, they will get a gift that represents that year and put it in your mansion. After your welcome home party in the throne room, which could last for quite a while, your family will come get you and take you to your own mansion. Then they'll have another celebration. Everybody laughs and filled with joy to see all the ones they loved before. Little tiny babies they never got to raise. They get their children given to them to raise. The same one that didn't make it all the way through. Amen. God keeps them. They live with your grandparents or whoever. When they get there, they'll go get them and help raise them for a while. I love the story of a mother. They lost their son. He was either 7 or 8. He was hit by a car. And they grieved over him, but knew he was in heaven. And I think it was like 20 years later or 30 years later, one or the other, she died on the operating table and was caught up to heaven, saw her 7-year-old son playing in the streets of gold. He goes, Mom, wow, Mom, you're here. This is so exciting. Your mom, I'm so glad you're here. And she goes, what have you been doing? He goes, I've been playing with my friends. What do you think I've been doing? He'd been living with his grandfather and playing with all these friends in the streets of gold. They were playing and he was laughing. And he said, but you can't come yet because it's not your time. And so she came back. Never forgot it. And her husband went around the world talking about it. You will be known as you were known, except you'll look better. Like a whole lot better. You'll have hair. Most guys that wear their hair about down to their shoulders don't have, that's going to change y'all. I'm just letting you know. It's going to change, guys. Unless you really want like a buzz cut or something, Marine Corps. My husband may still have one. I might be surprised to see him with long hair. He's still with me, by the way. Another way to kill me, but that was okay. It's all worth everything.